Hello students, these are the next 6 exercises from chapter number 34 Advanced Physiography section 4. तो section 4 की जो outlines की डिटेल वीडियो है उसका लिंक मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दे दूंगी. ओके, let's start with exercise number 159 on the speed of 60 words per minute. Be ready? Start. I wish there were more people who would remember the saying that to understand everything is to forgive everything. In other words, whenever there is cause to criticize the actions of others, we should try to get at the real motive of the actions, and then we should be more charitable towards such persons. I know there will be some who will object to this view, but my dear friends, if there is to be a larger hearted sympathy abroad, I am sure there is no other way of attaining it than that I am advocating, and no other way in which there is anything like so much chance of success. How can there be true brotherly feeling in our hearts if we condemn others before there is an opportunity of understanding their motives, and if we pass upon their actions a hasty judgment in order that there may be an advance in this matter, people will have to look above their own desires of making their way in life at all costs, and instead think of increasing their value to mankind in general. Next exercise number 160 on the same speed, 60 words per minute. Be ready? Start. I know there has been a great deal said as well as written about the interest attaching to the study of phrase and fable, but I know there has not been sufficient said in view of the importance of the matter, and I know there will be a great deal more both said and written before the subject is exhausted. Whenever there is a subject of interest to the general reader and a desire expressed for information upon it. There will be found someone ready and willing to obtain the necessary knowledge and impart it to others. As we have seen, too, the work is from time to time generally executed as well as it can be, and the results made known in the very shortest time possible. This is a great convenience to most of us, as we have not time to devote to research in these subjects. Next is exercise number 161 on the speed of 60 words per minute. Be ready. Start. As Bolivar Lytton says, if we serve mankind, we serve ourselves. I believe there will be some who will say they will think about it, and pending their decision, I would urge them to reflect that men are naturally inclined to doubt the truth of such statements. Then there are others who hesitate in some other respects, perhaps in order to count on the material advantages or disadvantages of such a course. For their own sake, I would ask them to change their view of life, and they are sure to benefit more than their worldly thoughts could possibly have suggested. The wise men of the past have assured us that, in their opinion, the best course of life is that which suppresses the selfishness inherent in man, and I think there will be many who, from their experience, will support them in their statement. Whether I address you as my dear sir, my dear madam, or my dear fellow citizen, let me ask you to ponder over this matter and to remember that, in the beautiful words of Adelaide Proctor, glorious it is to wear a crown of a deserved and pure success, and though there is much that may baffle you, in order to carry out this high ideal, it is as true today as ever it was that without sympathy nothing is understood. Next is exercise number 162 on the speed of 60 words per minute. Be ready. Start. I think there is room. Indeed, I am sure there is room for something more on the topic I have mentioned before. It can be said that the public is tired of it. There are some people, however, who know very little of the origin and meaning of many peculiar expressions of frequent occurrence. For their sake, for their satisfaction and pleasure, as well as for the educational advantage it would be to them. I wish there were some means of bringing before their notice some of the books already published on this subject. Next is exercise number 163 on the same speed, 100 words per minute. 60 words per minute. Be ready. Start. If anyone says he does not need the sympathy of his fellows, he is not true to himself or to humanity, for the whole structure of society rests upon sympathy among individuals towards one another. If it were not so, then society as it exists today would be impossible. The strongest of us imperatively requires sympathy. For some time or other, our natures are certain to call for it, and if it is refused, that which is best in us becomes warped. History and literature furnish us with many examples of this. An unsympathetic nature is like the biting Arctic winds, but a sympathetic disposition is like the balmy breezes of the south, and the more expensive our sympathies, the more nearly do we approach towards the ideal of a deserved and pure success. Next is exercise number 164 on the same speed, 60 words per minute. Be ready. Start. I know there is a variety of opinion, however, on almost all questions, and if there be any of my readers who doubt the benefit to be derived from such a study as I have referred to, and if they assert that, in their opinion, it would be a waste of time as well as money to procure such books, I ask them for their own sake and for that of other people in their position who may look at the matter from their own view, to weigh the following points as carefully and as soon as they can. How often do we come across such phrases as toad eater, salted accounts, etc., and though their meaning from their position in the sentence may be pretty clear, should we not have some difficulty in saying how they came to have their present signification? Have we not all occasionally read some phrase or heard some allusion which we did not understand? And have we not sometimes lost the beauty of a passage through our want of knowledge? I think there will be few who will dissent from this. So these are the 6 exercises from section number 4, chapter number 34, advanced physiography. ओके, आप लोगों को कोई भी परेशानी हो, कोई भी डाउट हो, कुछ भी पूछना हो तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में कमेंट करके पूछ सकते हैं. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक यू.